move to America. All the good doctors come to America because they can make good money here. Whereas back there, they're going to get paid by the hour. They're going to make buckus, right? So the ones that get left behind are the mediocre doctors. That's what you get. So people don't understand that. It's not about oh, I have health insurance, therefore I have good health coverage. Therefore I'm going to be healthy. Dudes, I go to county medical, right? Hey, it's better than nothing, right? But this is not lichachila. This is not what I want, right? I want to go to my own private doctor and get real care and not wait 9 months while the cysts in my balls keep growing.
How are the cysts in your balls?
You want to feel them?
No.
Oh. They're kicking up again, and they gave me a week's worth of Vicodin to last until September when I see the doctor. It's just ridiculous.
Do they kick up when you think about certain people? By the way, folks, the Orthodox cysts on the balls, as Orthodox speak, forgot the clap.
No,
so
it's
as an
not.
Orthodox Jew, I can't say I've got the clap.
Stop it.
But
I want to see.
But that's what we in the Orthodox granted zechuyot. No one gets to wash and dry. The state of Israel offers assistance for moving. It's called Sal Klita.
Okay, I don't know who this rabbi guy is. Is this another one of these anonymous?
I don't know who he is.
Another one of these anonymous internet cowards. Why don't you tell us who your name is before I even acknowledge your stupidities? No one is dragging old men out by the shul by their beards. That's false. I can show you that on YouTube. It's right there. Second, they're granted zechuyot. That's true. No one gets a washer dryer. False. When I was there,
what is zechuyot?
It's certain privileges, merits. When you become a citizen, you get like certain things. That is false because I know the washer dryer for a fact because families I was close with when I was living in Eretz Yisrael, they got them.
Right.
That was a fact. It may not be now, but it was then. State of Israel offers assistance for moving. It's called. So I don't know anything about that. Rabs, are you trying to connect the Ched around Tisha B'Av?
What's the Ched?
No, we already talked about this.
What's the Ched?
The spies, right? When they said Lashon Hara about Eretz Yisrael.
Right.
No, we already talkking about that before, right?
This
is we're talking about Medina's Yisrael. We're not talking about Eretz Yisrael. Totally different.
Now, under a socialist government, when a Jew in the diaspora would move to Israel, he'd have his choice. Not only would he get a washer and a dryer, he also have his choice between 2 hand jobs from a Russian prostitute or 1 blow job. It was just like kind of welcome to the Holy Land. Yeah. But now under Benjamin Netanyahu,
there's 2 guys with the same name.
They've done away this practice because it was becoming like a lot of the Russian hookers were getting repetitive strain injuries from
carpal tunnel
syndrome from all these people like moving to Israel to get this welcome to the Holy Land.
Kleinman. My nephew writes, "Wow, I finally get what you mean by total assholes who hang out in the weekly chat. You the man."
Okay, so I don't think this sluggish behavior in London has anything to do with welfare cutbacks. Did you know that prior to the Great Society programs with Lyndon Baines Johnson, the black family in the United States was closer and stronger knit than white families? So it's since the explosion of welfare, which means that women would get welfare only if they didn't have a man around to support them, that has destroyed the black community and has led parts of the black community into this sort of thuggish behavior that we're seeing in Tottenham, London right now. So budget cuts.
Well, that's pretty good. You actually found a way to get back into the anti-black portion of the show.
Anti-black, it's anti-bad values, and many of them are being committed right now by young black men without ties, without families, and without responsibility. So budget cuts and phone hacking don't force one to set buildings ablaze and to loot and to rape and to pillage. Only people without values do this kind of behavior. Only savages act this way. So the looters in London, like the looters in Los Angeles in 1991, are savages. They're scum, and they deserve to be strung up. So giving people welfare, government welfare, without requiring anything in return breeds dependency, entitlement, and bad values. I'm all for welfare if it's private welfare, it's individuals voluntarily banding together to help other people. I am not for government just handing out money without requiring anything in return, because this breeds dependency, entitlement, and this kind of thuggish, savage behavior.
Okay.
And
And with that,
okay, sports fans, so welcome back to Torah Talk. We're looking at the second Torah portion in the book of Deuteronomy. We've got Tisha B'Av starting tonight, and then we've got 7 weeks of consolation prior to Rosh Hashanah. So the Dow is tanking. It's currently down 618 points, and our economy is just in far worse shape than it was in 2007. Like, if we have another recession this time around, like, this will be really hard, because we had a lot of we did a lot of spending to try to get us through the last recession, and turned out to only make things worse. So this week's
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
There's one thing I want to say about this whole recession. You know, I'm not an economist, right?
Mm-hmm. But you play one on TV.
I play one on TV. What? I'm not an economist, right? So I mean, like, you don't come to me because you want, like, learn economics, you know. But it seems to me, right?
Yeah.
That when the defenders of Obama say, "Well, he inherited all this," it doesn't make sense. They can't say that because he added to the problem with Obamacare.
Right.
He put another $1 trillion in debt. It's like if you've got a credit card line. Now, you know I know this because you may have ran up credit cards.
Yeah.
And they give you a credit line of, let's say, $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And you're at you're at 4,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And someone gives you the card or whatever, you take ownership of it, and it's 4,000. You got 1,000 credit left.
Mm-hmm.
And you put on $1,500 worth of charges. You can't blame the first guy who put up 4,000. Yeah, he's not completely innocent.
Yeah.
But when you put in 1,500 and there's only room for 1,000?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Okay? You needed to come on board, pay off some of that. If you want to be a hero, come on board, take the credit card, start paying it off, and don't make any spending.
Yeah.
Right? Just start paying off the card to decrease the amount that you owe. You don't blow the credit card limit and then say it's his fault. This is the most empty argument of all time. So anyone who supports Obama by trying to pass this off as a Bush problem, I think is just is either ignorant, is not thinking this through, or is intellectually dishonest. I'm not pardoning Bush, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of people were to blame for this, right?
Yeah.
For spending it up. But Obama is certainly not blameless. I would even say that he's the worst person to blame because he knew the situation when he came in. He should have stopped spending, stop additional spending, a freeze on spending. Any CEO that takes over a major business knows this.
Mm-hmm.
When the stock price starts tanking, right?
Yeah.
And the prices to earning isn't working anymore, right? And the earnings are going down, and the expenditure. What's the first thing you do? You cut expenses. You stop spending. Stop spending. You start. The first thing they always do is they get rid of labor, which I'm not exactly agree on, but they don't start making additional purchases. This guy, Obama, is tantamount to a CEO that takes over a company that's at risk, that doesn't have a lot of money laying around, and buys another company with it. And now you're in jeopardy of going bankrupt. So that's what I got to say about that. Levy, are you ever coming out of the bathroom? Okay, so it looks like ladies in the bathroom. So I'm going to give an example of, I'll use baseball. Here's a baseball example, and then we'll get back to the show. I'm just trying to keep it going, right? Mm-hmm. A baseball example, okay? Mm-hmm. Bush is like what you got is like a 1-0 lead, right?
Yeah.
Your team is up 1-0.